Alright, let's talk about something that's been buzzing in the cricket world recently. Sri Lanka's annual Cricket Awards, and honestly, it's wild how much this event reveals about the state of the game there. I mean, when you see Chamari Athapaththu and Pathum Nissanka walking away with top honours, it's not just about their stats. It's about what their success says about the direction of Sri Lankan cricket, both for men and women. Personally, I think this ceremony is more than just a party, it's a barometer for where the sport is headed. Let me break this down. Starting with Athapaththu, she's not just a cricketer, she's a symbol of the women's game's rising prominence. But here's what caught my eye: even though she dominated as an all-rounder, she wasn't even nominated for the Best ODI Batter. That's a huge statement. Why? Because Houshither Samarawikramar's 441 runs in 13 innings got the nod. What does that say about the competition? It suggests the women's game is getting more competitive, but also that traditional powerhouses might be losing their grip. In my opinion, this is a sign that the women's game is evolving faster than people realize. Athapaththu's T20I strike rate of 113.77? That's not just good, it's elite. But the fact she had to fight for recognition in the ODI category? That feels like a missed opportunity for the organisers to highlight her all-around brilliance. Now, let's pivot to Pathum Nissanka. His 1,414 runs across formats in 2025? That's insane, especially when you consider he only played 5 test innings. But here's the kicker: Sri Lanka's test cricket had a limited schedule that year. So, how does a player thrive in such a constrained environment? Nissanka's T20I strike rate of 149.16 is mind-blowing. It's not just about scoring runs, it's about adapting to formats where power hitting is king. What makes this really interesting is that he's not just a T20 star, he's a test performer too, with 2 centuries in 5 innings. That duality is rare. I think this highlights a trend. Players are being forced to be versatile, and Nissanka's success is a testament to that. But don't get me started on the ODI numbers. He was edged out by Chamari Sri Lanka, who's anchoring the middle order. That's a sign of healthy competition, but also that Sri Lanka's batting depth is still a work in progress. And then there's the emerging players, Kamil Mishara and Imesha Dulani. Mishara's 336 runs in T20 is at 131.25 SR. That's not just impressive, it's a warning to opponents. But what's even more fascinating is how his performance in the Lanka Premier League might have sealed his award. It's like the league is becoming a launching pad for stars, which raises a deeper question: are domestic leagues now the new training ground for international stardom? Meanwhile, Dulani's 106 runs in 3 T20 is, including an unbeaten 101 against Pakistan, is a masterclass in consistency. What many people don't realize is that her single ODI appearance might have been a strategic move to showcase her potential. It's like she's being groomed for bigger things, and that's thrilling to watch. But let's not forget the domestic scene. Colombo Cricket Club dominating both T20 and 50 over tournaments? That's a sign of institutional strength. Vishen Halambij sweeping MVP and Best Batter? That's not just talent, it's a reflection of how club cricket is shaping the next generation. And then there's the Lifetime Achievement Awards. Michael Tissera and Anura Tenakorn. These names are legends, but their stories are about more than just cricket. They're about leadership, about building a national identity in a sport that's still finding its footing in Sri Lanka. Remus Fernando and Keelam Shrimal? They're the unsung heroes who've kept the narrative alive through decades of media coverage. Their recognition is a reminder that cricket isn't just about players, it's about the ecosystem that supports it. So, what does all this mean for Sri Lankan cricket? It's a mix of hope and challenges. The women's game is rising, but it needs more visibility. The men's team is relying on a few stars to carry the load. And the domestic leagues? They're becoming the breeding ground for talent, but can they sustain that momentum? One thing is clear, Sri Lanka's cricket isn't just about past glories, it's about reinvention. And if you take a step back and think about it, this awards ceremony isn't just celebrating individual achievements. It's a snapshot of a sport in transition, and that's what makes it so compelling to watch.